Ever get handed a huge stack of documents and wish there was a way to just get to the good stuff, the real gems hidden within?
Oh, absolutely. Especially in today's world, we're just inundated with information.
Exactly. So that's exactly what we do here on the Deep Dive. We take that mountain of data and pull out those fascinating insights just for you.
It's like having your own personal research team.
Yeah, exactly. Like your shortcut to understand what really matters. Today we're diving into something we all see but rarely think deeply about: a resume.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's Hamed Kiani's resume, to be precise. And our goal, to unpack his background and expertise as it's laid out here. So think of this as a fast track to understanding Hamed's professional story.
A resume deep dive sounds intriguing.
It is. It's amazing how much you can learn from a single document. Like right off the bat, we have his contact info.
Right, let's see. We've got the usuals, his email, kianihamedy@gmail.com, and a couple phone numbers, plus 989-222-646-977 and 3372-6431.
But there's more than just the basics, right?
Yeah. He's also included his website, https://salamasadkar.ra.
So already we're seeing someone who's comfortable having an online presence.
And active on social media, too. Look, there's his Instagram handle, Kiani Hamedev, and another one, Keter Kianian, though I'm not familiar with that platform.
Me neither. But it shows he's engaged online in multiple spaces, and there's a location, too.
Ah, yes. 私は世界旅しん。Sakinovelda. It seems to be an address in Ardabil, Iran.
Right, so we're starting to get a sense of place as well.
Exactly. These little details can really add up.
Now let's get to the heart of it, the professional summary. This is where Hamed lays out his key skills and experience.
Okay, so he describes himself as a senior product designer. More than 6 years of specialized experience in SEO and graphic product design.
Interesting combo, right? Design and SEO. Not something you see every day.
Yeah, and I think it's smart. Especially in today's digital world, you need to create things that look great, but also things that people can actually find online.
Exactly. So he's bridging that gap between design and discoverability. And there's more. He's also got over 3 years developing and selling WordPress themes and plugins.
Really? For international marketplaces, too, like We8, Template Monster, Epic Pexel. Wow, that's impressive.
Right. It shows a real entrepreneurial spirit, creating digital products and reaching a global audience. And that's reinforced by his listed title, WordPress Developer, SEO Manager.
Right. Hashtag. I wonder what that hashtag signifies.
Good question. It could be a personal branding thing or related to a specific project or community.
Makes you want to investigate further.
Definitely. Now let's dive into the skills section.
Okay, so under operating systems, we see Obawe Owe, which is Linux.
Now, for those who aren't tech savvy, can you explain what makes Linux special?
Sure, Linux is an open source operating system. It's known for being very powerful and flexible, but also a bit more technical than something like Windows or Mac OS.
So it's often favored by developers and people who like to tinker under the hood.
Exactly. So seeing Linux listed here suggests a deeper level of technical comfort and understanding.
Got it. Moving on to SEO. We see SEO, branding and SEO content strategy, and SEO comfort.
All right, so breaking those down, we've got SEO fundamentals, branding and content strategy within an SEO framework, and then product SEO.
Product SEO. Now that sounds super specific.
It is. It's all about making sure individual products within an online store get found by search engines.
So it's crucial for anyone in e-commerce.
Absolutely. It's not just about having a pretty website. You need to make sure your products are actually showing up in search results.
So he's covering all the bases, from the technical fundamentals to the strategic content side, and then zooming in on product-specific optimization. That's really interesting to see.
It is. It suggests a comprehensive understanding of how SEO works across different levels.
All right. Let's move on to web development. What do we have here?
Oh, this is a long one. PHP, HTML, CSS, CMCM, CMECMCMs, full stack developer, Hasset CO1 CMS, full stack developer. I guess, yeah.
Okay, let's break that down. So PHP, HTML, CSS. These are the fundamental languages of the web.
The building blocks of any website.
Right. Then we have CMSK, which translates to website design with a CMS.
CMS stands for Content Management System, like WordPress. Basically, it's a platform that makes it easier to build and manage websites.
Ah, okay. So he's not just coding from scratch. He's also comfortable working with these popular platforms. Then we see simply CMS listed again. Maybe that's just reinforcing his familiarity with different CMS options.
Could be. Then we have full stack developer. That's someone who can handle both the front end and the back end of a website.
Front end being what you see and interact with.
Right, and the back end is all the behind the scenes stuff, the server-side logic, the databases.
So a full stack developer can basically build an entire web application from start to finish.
Exactly, a very valuable skill set. And then we have Eric A.A. Tosi, which is principles of programming, and Chanche or Laravel programming.
Laravel, what's that?
It's a popular framework for building web applications. It helps developers work more efficiently and create more complex features.
Ah, okay. So he's not just familiar with the basic languages. He's also got experience with tools and frameworks that streamline the development process.
Exactly. So in web development, he's showing a really solid foundation across the board.
Now let's shift gears to design. What's he listing here?
So we have Alisa Silencio, which is senior graphic product designer, Sketchon Alsan, and Sketch Osun Hanswam.
Okay, so Sketch, those are Sketch and Figma, right?
Yeah, industry standard tools for UI and UX design. UI is user interface, how a website or app looks. UX is user experience, how easy and enjoyable it is to use.
So he's not just a coder. He's got the design skills and the tools to create those user-friendly interfaces.
Right. And then we have Sosultan Sana, which is Photoshop software, a classic for image editing and graphic design.
So we're seeing a really well-rounded skill set here. Someone who can conceptualize the design, create those user interfaces, and then build the whole thing.
Exactly. A real asset to any team.
Now on to something a little different, mobile development.
He lists Android Woshin Yuye, which is Android programming language.
So not just websites, but mobile apps as well.
Right. Expanding his reach to another platform, it's all about versatility.
Makes sense. Now let's talk languages. Being multilingual is always a plus.
Huge advantage, especially in a globalized world.
Absolutely. So Hamed lists Farsi with full proficiency. Reading, writing, speaking, listening.
Impressive. And he also lists English at the same level of proficiency, plus Azerbaijani Turkish.
Wow, so trilingual with full proficiency in all three? That's amazing.
It really opens up communication and collaboration possibilities across different markets and cultures.
Right, and it might even give us some insight into his background and the communities he's interacted with.
Definitely. When you consider his international work experience, these language skills probably played a big role.
All right, let's move on to education.
So he attended Aym Sharish Sal Galashale, which is Ardabil Azad University. He earned his Ekonshigil or bachelor's degree in Ikanya, the Kenya Information Technology.
And the dates are listed as a Kenya 1398.
Which translates to currently 2019.
Currently. But with an end date? That's a bit odd.
It is. Maybe it refers to the period he was actively enrolled, even if he technically graduated in 2019.
Possible. There's also a mention of studying computer engineering.
Right. But there are no specific details or dates.
So it leaves us wondering, was it before his IT degree? A simultaneous area of study. It would be interesting to know more.
Definitely. It could suggest an even deeper technical foundation.
All right. Let's dive into his work experience. This is where we really see those skills put into action.
So first up is Ekoshashekat Pa International. He's listed as Alkanyan, a business partner in Ardabil from Kwayas on 1399.
March 2021 to present, so an ongoing role.
And at the partnership level, so clearly a significant position.
All right. Next, we have a Woye Okso Kosokoses Salam Ostadkar company, also in Ardabil. He's the On Sonkoses So, the Salam Ostadkar website manager from Cohen TNI X.
April 2020 to present, and the website listed as https.salamostadkar.ir.
That's the same one from his contact info.
Exactly. So it seems like a major part of his current work is managing their online presence.
And then there's Koskososos, Bartari de Autines, professional SEO, but no specific dates.
Could be freelance work or project-based gigs where the time frame wasn't as defined.
Makes sense. There was something really interesting, real-time.
Described as an American company, he was a WordPress senior programmer in the Ulchanya the United States from Ulkoinana 1400.
September 2020 to March 2022. And they really emphasized the location, repeating the Ini shows several times.
Yeah, and the website is listed as https.www.realtina.com with a note about possibly needing a filter breaker to access it.
Because it's an American website. So this shows international work experience.
Adapting to a different tech environment and potentially a different work culture, too.
That's a big deal. It shows he's comfortable working on a global scale.
Absolutely. Then we have Blodgett Zarin Pal Company back in Ardabil. He was a Chun BPMS, a BPMS trainee from Hinshol 1400 Koka 3099.
January 2022 to March 2021. Wait a minute. The dates seem off.
You're right. The start date is later than the end date.
A little discrepancy there.
Yeah,
Maybe a typo, but worth noting.
definitely. Let's move on to certifications and courses. Always good to see formal training alongside practical experience.
Absolutely. So he's listed as a full stack developer from, Yay says Yay. Okay, Chase case, what's in Tage?
Yeshe. The Digital Eagles located in the Innovation House of Ardabil Azad University. No specific date, though.
Maybe it wasn't a time-bound program, more like an ongoing development initiative.
Could be. But either way, it reinforces his expertise in full-stack development.
And then we have a certification from Zero to Mastery Academy in England. UI and UX designer with Figma in 1400.
January 2022. So he's actively pursuing professional development, staying up to date with industry-standard tools.
Exactly. Now, the research section is really fascinating. He's credited in multiple publications for his work on conversion of voice to programming language.
That's cutting-edge stuff. It suggests he's not just implementing existing tech, he's exploring new possibilities.
Articles in EO for Grugade Akidgo. Ease for Aikigan Daily of Azad University. Aikishu for Aikigan Daily, and Saintju for Aikigan Daily, and Aichi for Aikigan News Agency, all around March and January of 2022.
Wow, and they've even included links so we could delve deeper into the specifics of his research.
It's not often you see someone with such a strong practical skill set also engaged in this level of research.
It adds a whole other dimension to his profile, a blend of hands-on expertise and academic inquiry.
All right, let's move on to projects. This is where we see those skills applied to real-world scenarios.
Okay, so the first one listed is for Inyo Yuloenje, Enyo, Dr. Nayati, and Iraj Mogadam Nurkabab.
Identified as a faculty member at Ardabil Azad University, and the project was UIQ, new website, UI UX design. In ECU 1399, October 2020, they've even included contact numbers.
Wow, so a direct connection with the client.
Next up is a project for Hamed Kiani himself.
Interesting. So he's working on his own ventures too. The project was Peaceq.net website design using WordPress and building a custom theme. This was in UC Kira 1 April 2022.
Always impressive to see someone taking initiative and applying their skills to their own projects.
Definitely. Then we have a project for Ardabil Azad University itself.
Really? So working for his alma mater? That's cool. The project was this
Design and development of a comprehensive thesis system for university faculty members. This was in September 2020.
So experience working with institutional clients and developing potentially complex systems.
Right. Then we have several projects for Ali Atala.
Right. He's the general manager of the American company Realtana.
Exactly. So these projects really highlight that international work experience.
The first is a Realtina website, UI UX design in 1400, January 2022.
Then we have NUS Lukushe HEVU, a Realtina development and programming of a landing page on the Realtina website in Realtina October 2021.
And also Edu Realtina improvement and optimization of Realtina website SEO. Also in October 2021.
So we're seeing his design development and SEO skills all coming into play here.
And all for the same international client. It seems like a really significant and multifaceted working relationship.
Definitely. And the fact that he's doing multiple projects for them suggests growing trust in his diverse abilities.
Absolutely. Then we have a project for the manager of Helios Seminary School in Tehran.
The project was Hianshe. Design of the Heli Seminary School Tehran online store in 1 Anshare 1399 April 2020.
So we're getting into e-commerce solutions now.
And they even included the address in Farsi, adding a specific local context to the project.
Then we have El Dimarad with a project involving Nose Danche, Yudagagin Sek Oan Chesi.
El Dimerid online store design in the style of series and movies in Manyansha 1301 April 2022.
And Up TV with a Kant Chesa CV.
Up TV website design, also an online store in the style of series and movies in 1400 April 2021.
So it seems like he might have a niche in designing for entertainment-related businesses.
Possibly. That's interesting.
Under Anjo C, Hamed was recognized as Korshi Sininkabas Enyis Bat Change.
Selected top researcher of Ardabil Azad University in Foliange, 1400 March 2022.
That connects back to his research work on voice conversion to programming language,
Right.
further emphasizing his academic achievements and innovative thinking.
Then we have references contact info for Dr. Moghadam Noor Kebab
General Manager of the University and Research Center of Digital Eagles Company,
and Dr. Sohail Efraz.
Head of the Computer Department of Islamic Azad University. So we have potential insights into his professional capabilities and character from people who've worked closely with him.
Lastly, under workshop experience, he's listed as a Shawanusha, Tickle Up Suokte, Limikto and Yuskot.
WordPress programming trainee in the Ras Gordon Masterclass at George and Yilchong Tulik Novin Artibatat Tose in 2022.
And also Kikon Wicks about him.
Virtualization software trainee at Zarin Pal Company in 2021.
So even with all this experience, he's still committed to ongoing learning and professional development.
Absolutely. Always staying current with new tech and techniques. A great sign.
So looking back at this whole resume, what's the big takeaway?
I think it's clear Hamed Kiani is a highly adaptable and skilled individual.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He's got a diverse background encompassing web development, especially WordPress design, SEO, even mobile development.
He's an entrepreneur. He's got international work experience, he's contributing to cutting-edge research, and he's dedicated to ongoing learning.
It's amazing how much you can learn about someone from a single document like this.
It really makes you think what other hidden gems are out there in those everyday documents we often just skim over.
Right, like project proposals, performance reviews, even a detailed email.
There could be fascinating stories and insights waiting to be discovered.
So next time you're faced with a stack of information, don't just sigh. Take a moment to really dig in. You never know what you might find.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of the deep dive. You never know where it will lead.
And that's all the time we have for today's deep dive into the resume of Hamed Kiani. We'll be back next time with another fascinating exploration.
Until then, keep digging and keep discovering.
See ya!